Hey everyone, I decided to make a surprise video in honor of my 1 year of being on track. So I'm going to throw it back right to the beginning. I just wanted to show a few pictures that my mom sent to me a little while ago and kind of just wanted to prove that genetics does play a big role in how your body reacts to food and develops in general. So I'm not quite sure how old I am in each of these pictures, but this was me, little tiny me, pudgy little baby. Aw, so cute. It's probably getting just a little over a year, probably about my daughter's age about now. And me with my grandfather and my brother in that picture. Whoops, there you go. And little me, still pudgy. And it just sort of never went away. It was always sort of pudgy little me. And every year it just sort of ballooned a little bit more. I don't know, it's probably about 2 or 3 in this picture. And then it continued on, flash forward, just probably about 11 in this picture. I've just always been a little bit bigger than the other kids in my life, and and I was very heavily picked on for it, and that's sort of how the eating thing began. Like I didn't really have a lot of friends growing up, and I had friends here and there, and it was always sort of sporadic, and so I filled a lot of the time up with eating, and it just sort of became this time management thing where I was bored, so I'd go eat a couple of cans of ravioli and some bread or something, or I'd make 2 boxes of Kraft Dinner, and it just sort of went on from there. I was always a little bit bigger, and then my eating habits as I grew up just got worse and worse, and to a point where I didn't care, but I did care, and it was this never ending spiral of depression, and hating the way I ate, and then ate because the age old thing, I eat because I hate myself, and I hate myself because I eat, you know. So I just sort of got worse, and then I didn't really rein it in. Like I always told myself, yeah, I really want to diet and I really want to lose the weight, but I knew somewhere deep inside that I was never really ready for it. I was always afraid to let go of the way I wanted to eat. Like I wanted to be able to eat a whole pizza, small pizza to myself, and then a large Slurpee. I wanted to be able to eat, a big Blizzard, and still have room for a meal later. I wanted to do all those things. I wanted to eat a bowl full of M&Ms while I sat and watched Netflix on the computer. I was afraid to let go of that kind of lifestyle. I enjoyed those foods, and I told myself that that's what I wanted. And I was also afraid of the physical exercise because I knew it was going to hurt. But it doesn't hurt for forever. Like it only hurts for the first little bit, and when your muscles are getting used to it. So, but I don't really know how to tell you how it started. I really don't know how to explain to you how to get that motivation to really get going. It's just sort of something you have to find for yourself, and you have to know it. Like it was just something I knew. Like I told myself, like I said, I was in a never-ending spiral of depression. I was always looking at myself, every inch of myself, and hating what I saw, and it made me hurt, inside and out, and I was having pain in my back and in my feet, and every day was just a new dimension of hell. I mean, the only thing that kept me going was my family and their never-ending support for me, and no matter how I looked, and reminding me that I was a good person. And so as I was saying, like I really don't know how to explain to you how I changed the way I thought. But one day I was just lying in bed, and I was saying to myself, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't be this. I can't be in pain all the time. I can't hate myself all the time. I can't push my family away because I'm ashamed of the way I look, or I'm ashamed of the fact that I can't move as fast as everybody else, and avoiding family functions, and avoiding being seen because I was so ashamed. I was tired of being that, and I knew somewhere deep inside, like it just clicked. I already had an elliptical trainer that I bought before, but I gave up on it because I wasn't ready. But I started using it. I started going 20 minutes at a time every day. And then as time went on, I pushed it up to 45. And that stayed steady for quite a while. But then I got married and had a baby. And so I took about 14 months off from my diet. I was eating whatever I wanted. I wasn't working out religiously at all. But last August rolled around and I knew that I needed to get back on track. I knew that if I didn't keep going, that I was going to go right back to where I was. So we bucked up and we bought an elliptical trainer at Fitness Depot, and I've been using it almost pretty much every day since. I mean, I can't say every single day, but quite a few days. And then it was broken for a couple of weeks, but it is fixed now. Um, but in the last year and a half, or sorry, in the last year, I have had an amazing experience, and I've had really bad experiences, with overloading myself and, sort of giving up on the weight loss thing for a little while because I was just busy. And I was still working out, but I wasn't eating properly. So I never really lost anything, but I stayed the same for a few months. But in the overall, between last August and this August, as I posted earlier, I've lost 104 pounds and overall 150. So I'm pretty ecstatic about that. It makes me feel pretty awesome. I'm blown away by the amount of changes that have been in my life, from simple things like standing up. How fast I stand up, and which isn't really good for me because I have orthostatic hypotension, which basically means I get dizzy spells when I stand up really fast. But so I can stand up really fast, and from any position too, which is the anomaly. I can sit on the ground cross-legged and then get up without having to brace myself. you know I always had to brace myself before to get up, but I don't have to do that anymore, and it's awesome. And then like things like going to restaurants, like most places have booth seating, and before I had to like squeeze in it, and like it was so uncomfortable, and I'm sure it looked terrible. But I don't have to do that anymore either. And I like there's all this room in front of me and the table, and like there's this room in front of me and my steering wheel, and it's just all these little things are changing, and it's blowing me away every day. And I'm sure my husband and my family are getting sick and tired of hearing about it, but it's amazing to me, and it's surreal, and it is a source of pride, and I'm not ashamed to say it, that I am proud of what I've accomplished, it because I never thought I could. I never thought I could. I just thought I was going to die fat and unhappy, and I never thought that I was going to be able to make this change. And I'm not done yet. I still have a little while to go. I'm hoping by next year, this time, I will be done, um, if all goes well, and I hope that it will, because I don't plan on going back. Um, so I'm glad that you're all with me and you are watching my progress and bear witness to the changes. It's been amazing to show this to the world and prove that it can be done. It can be done with just your knowledge, like everything that everybody knows, and exercise. Like the age-old thing, diet and exercise. Even though I don't like to say diet, diet is a bad word. I don't like that word. But changing your eating habits and exercise. Um, and not being afraid to give up on the lifestyle that you have built. And it's okay to eat what you want. Don't tell yourself that you're not allowed, but take into consideration how much weight you're putting into your body as you're eating it. Just be mindful. My personal experience. And just be happy. Don't be afraid of gaining some days, because that's pretty much natural. You're gonna gain a little bit here and there, and then you're gonna lose it again. So don't be discouraged by little bits, but just keep focused. Keep going the way that you know you're supposed to go, because you know where you're supposed to go, and it's up to you to keep it that way, and it's up to me to keep up my way. So I just wanted to say that it can be done. It can be done with little to no outside influence, just what you know. So again, I wanted to say thank you to everybody for being a part of this, and for watching me, and for being a big part of my motivation. And there are a lot of other people that I'm going to thank at a later date. But I just wanted to thank you all again right now for being with me on this amazing journey, and hope you continue to be with me. So have a great morning, afternoon, evening, whenever this happens to hit up the internet. I hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you again really soon. Take care.